Kong Terry, i-add ko lang na kasi based on what Dean Mel said, mukha naman lamang po yata si VP Sara sa Senate. And there are other senators already who kind of voiced out that they will vote this way to the point of even blocking or whatever they can to perhaps not convene as a Senate impeachment court. Sa'yo, Kong Terry, after all of the hearings in the House, walang mangyari sa Senate or ma-acquit sa Senate, is it really worth it?
Well, I reject that framing.
Okay.
Kasi una sa lahat, the only reason bakit siya lamang sa Senado ay dahil meron two-thirds threshold. And it's not because of the senators.
Okay.
It is only because of that particular two-thirds threshold. So, kami po, we will go into trial confident that we will be able to present evidence to the senators for them to convict the Vice President. And we will achieve that two-thirds threshold to convict. No? Yun po yung una. Pangalawa, marami hong mga bago as soon as we get to trial. We will open the bank accounts of the Duterte couple, the Duterte Carpio couple. We will unseal the BIR documents that was left sealed, no?
Yeah.
At the level of the House. So mga dalawang dagdag pong mga mabibigat na ebidensya po ito para pagbanggain yung pong mga usapin ng AMLAC, 6.7 billion total transactions, at yung pong kanyang SALN. So marami po mangyayari sa Senado. And the only reason, again, to reiterate, the only reason bakit ho parang liamado is only because of the constitutional threshold of two-thirds. And it is not because of what the senator judges will actually think.
But at the same time, Kong Terry, di ba, political and legal, there can be possibilities that no matter how well or sound your argumentation and the prosecution, the evidence may not be sufficient in the minds of other senators who are still stuck in that political realm of impeachment. Ano pong masasabi niyo, sir?
Sure, but ultimately we will respect po the judgment and wisdom of the senator judges, no? So we will present our case as a part of the prosecution as soon as it gets to the Senate. Pero ultimately we can only hope, no, that they will be convinced by the evidence and that they will be convinced to convict the Vice President. So sila ho mapagpasya. We will not intrude upon their determination and their wisdom.
Doc Guido, again, you said earlier that you monitor how the pulse of society thinks in terms of the ongoing impeachment proceedings. Is there any way where groups like yours, research, surveys, analysts, can distinguish whether the information is valid or ito ay disinformation lamang o ito nanggagaling sa mga paid trolls?
Yes, so we, aside from survey data, we also monitor sentiment. We do sentiment analysis. We do sentiment tracking on the internet because there's more data points that we can consider. Tama si attorney that there will be a lot of paid trolls and bots who will be posting in social media. But at the same time, the survey data shows that the Vice President still has a considerable support. And in fact, considering all the circumstances, the Vice President, she has lost a lot of her political capital, yes. And in fact, that's the only leverage that she's using right now, that I'll be the president in 2028. And that is being backed by the survey results and maybe some sentiment analysis tracking. Although, to be fair, when I observe rallies, I don't see that critical mass of support. So there's also some discord there. The survey shows she's strong. Social media shows she's strong, but she might have a lot of silent supporters because we're not seeing the critical mass in the rallies that they're that they have started, or some of these rallies. So what is the reality? The reality will be somewhere in between. I don't deny that she still has considerable support. But I think some of that support has already eroded because of these recent proceedings that we're monitoring. So as we mentioned earlier, 50 million yung reach ng mga posts on social media that shows that there were billions in her account. So that parang tumatatak yun sa mga tao. So our sense is that she will still have significant support, maybe 20 to 30% of the population. She can still retain those because some of the comments we see when we look at the comments, sinasabi na, okay, we don't care what's going on, Duterte pa rin kami. That's actually very typical of the comments that we observe. So not sure if these are trolls, but I think that's actually real because I also hear that anecdotally from people, from lay people. Yes. So we also do that. So, but I think the 50% is no longer. I mean, it could still be within reach, but surveys also show that former VP Lenny is already sort of catching up to her in numbers on a head-to-head matchup. And even in some surveys, Senator Raffy Tulfo is also very competitive against Vice President Sara in 2028. So there's this mirage that, like we mentioned, she's using it as leverage to influence the decisions of the senators and maybe the legislators. We don't know if that's still real, but that's the only part that she can leverage at this time, in my opinion.
Dinmel, going back to your comment regarding impeachment as a safety valve, hindi po ba na nagiging normal na yung ating impeachment process as a political strategy every time, let's say, there's a change of administration, let's say, the former chief justices were perceived as, not so friendly with the incumbent, tinanggal, impeachment. Another one, impeachment. And this time, impeachment. Is there a danger in normalizing this as a safety valve, using your words?
Well, that's the reason why we have institutions now. We have institutions like the Supreme Court now. We may or may not like decisions of the Supreme Court, but it has to be followed. Kamukha na nangyari ngayon, no? Yung na-abort yung impeachment last year. Yes. So the Congress went through the tedious exercise of following the Supreme Court, no, and then it happened again. But this time, the Supreme Court exercised judicial restraint. Yes. So it's just siguro a matter of giving some leeway and some respect for our institution, because in a sense they worked rin naman. No, they worked rin naman, like what happened last year and like what happened now. Wala man lamang TRO. No. As a matter of fact, silence. The Supreme Court was totally silent on this one. So, yeah, that's a believable apprehension, no. But let's have faith sa ating institutions. That's why we really have to strengthen all our institutions para yung mga ganong possibility na maging non-normalized o it's a way of habit, mapigilan.
Kong Terry, Doc Guito said earlier that the leverage is that 2028 on the part of VP Sara. How do you think the impeachment proceedings can affect the alliances politically coming 2028? Although it's too early to say, pero sir, I think you have some good insights being there in the thick of the fight.
Well, the most important insight would be the most recent surveys. She's in dead heat with everyone else on a one-on-one with Raffy Tulfo and VP Lenny. Hindi ba? So, what 2028 considerations are we even talking about at this point? Hindi ba? It has been unraveled in the most recent surveys na it is incorrect to say, it is untrue that she is unbeatable. So, ibig sabihin, we are going into the impeachment vote with these particular numbers in mind.
But having said that, Kong Terry, doon sa dead heat na, when you're talking of a two-horse race, but it has never happened in the history of the Philippines na dalawa lang talaga. pag yung multi-candidate, I think she's still ahead,
But not too but not too far ahead
not too far.
is the point that needs to be made going into the impeachment vote. And more importantly, it's also incorrect to say that we are normalizing impeachment as a matter of political strategy. Kasi, alam po ninyo, we would not even be talking about impeaching the Vice President today and last year on two things. If she did not threaten the President, not just once but twice, yun po yung una. And secondly, if she did not misuse confidential funds. What is the current status on confidential funds misused? The Commission on Audit is asking her to return personally 448 million in confidential funds. Kung wala naman hong ganun, hindi ko walang impeachment eh. Hindi ba? So, hindi ho tamang sabihin na kaya ho ginagamit lang po ito para sa political strategies no against opponents. Kasi kung wala naman ho talagang ginawa, wala akong papapanagutin. Hindi ba?
Ultimately, again, Dean Mel, no? Kasi I think Kong Terry already has that compelling argument and basis not just to continue to impeach but also to convict.
Yes.
What if impeachment fails? What will be the message to the public opinion? I know Kong Terry does not want to hear that, pero ikaw na lang tanungin ko.
Well, we have one experience no in our history yung kay Estrada no. Just a little envelope not allowed to be revealed. Wow, the impact was so momentous, gigantic and talagang earth-shaking, di ba? It might happen. It might happen. People can go out of the street legitimately naman and sila na mismo ang magsasabi sa gobyerno na mali ang ginawa nyo in relation to the institution itself no. Alam mo, meron lang akong isang reflection. When I wrote about Raffy Tulfo, I don't know if you remember this, when I wrote about Raffy Tulfo sometime in February, and I said, looking at the terrain now, he is the most viable candidate against VP Sara Duterte. No, because of his 30 million YouTube followers and around 27 million sa Facebook. Given that magnitude of followers, she is the real frontrunner, si Raffy Tulfo. And within 2 days, I got 2 million views. No? And mostly, tinotroll ako. No, ibig sabihin, bakit mo naman sinabi niya, Dinmel, so forth and so on. And I was analyzing why is this so. And I realized that tinotroll niyo ko kasi nagsabi ako ng alternative, pero deep in your gut, wala kayong masabing alternative ni Raffy Tulfo. You know, it's a sense of frustration. No, yung mali ka, pero hindi nila masabing sino yung gusto namin. It's an inner, yung parang a collective frustration on the part of the people na madali silang magsabing hindi to, pero wala silang masabi kung sinong papalit. But when itong mga survey lumalabas na, nakikita na natin na, let's say si Lenny umaakyat, parang nagbabago na talaga ang ihip talaga eh. Kasi unti-unti nang nakakakita sila ng, okay, kung umokay itong si Lenny Robredo, sabi ng mga tiga-naga sa kanya, ma'am, umano ka na para sa bayan, umano ka na, tumakbo ka na. So, yung frustration noon na wala silang makitang kapalit, meron na. So that is another dynamic na titignan natin. Kaya napaka-importante yung decision ni Madam Lenny. No? So yun ang isang, that is something to look forward to. Although sinabi niya na hindi na siya tatakbo. But in politics, anything can happen talaga.